Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our grade 6 coding class for today, 23 July 2020. I hope you guys had a wonderful evening and that you guys are going to have a great day today. Today it's still very, very misty, and I think it might be like that all over because I see we only have 2 of you joining us in class this morning, but I'm sure that the others will join us a little late. We've seen that everybody is not always on time, but at least they are getting up and they're joining us. So I'm sure they'll be with us in a short while. For those of you joining us on YouTube, welcome. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Mike Geldenhuys. And today we'll be looking at conditionals inside our Mnecraft Voyage Aquatic. So we will be swimming around in some mazes underneath the water and trying to solve some puzzles using a new loop today. Yesterday we focused a bit on while loops, and today we're going to work with something very similar in our until loop. So our objectives for today is to define circumstances when certain parts of a program should run and when they shouldn't. And then also determine whether a conditional is met based on certain criteria. So yes, this is just, like I mentioned, a different form of a loop, very similar to the one that we've dealt with yesterday. Sometimes it would be better to use this one, but you will see the function that it performs is very similar to that of our while loops. Let's quickly go through some of our vocabulary words. Coding, we are quite familiar with this now. So coding or programming is the process of creating instructions for computers using programming languages. So another important aspect of our coding is sequencing, and that is the process of combining things in a particular order. And I just want to say welcome to everybody. It seems like everybody is starting to join us now. So I'm glad to see that you guys are here, and I hope you guys are ready for the day, and that it would just be a nice day for everybody. Okay, so let's quickly look at our next one. It's a condition. We saw that is one of the words that came up in our objectives. So that is a statement the program checks to see if it is true or false. If true, an action is taken. Otherwise, the action is ignored. Okay, and I'll give you guys a bit of an example of that in on my slideshows in one of our puzzles from Mnecraft. Now, conditionals is just all the conditions combined. What are they? They are statements that only run under certain conditions. Okay, so only, like I said, so this is all of them together. So what are they? It's a statement that a program checks to see if it's true or false. And our purpose for this is to solidify and build on the knowledge of loops. Like I said, this is our focus will be an until loop today. So it's just a different form, and we're gonna just build on what we've already learned about loops and introduce conditionals. Okay. By pairing these two concepts together, we will be able to explore the potential for creating fun and innovative programs in a new and an exciting environment. Okay, so that sounds interesting. So let's quickly look at yesterday's homework just to review what we've done. So here's our while loop. And we had this, and I said, let's see if somebody can solve this puzzle. And I'm not quite sure if anybody were able to solve it, but I thought I will quickly go through the solution with you before we move on. Now, guys, if we look at this, yes, we started out very well, and we did our while path ahead. move forward. So all the way, we went all the way to that point over there. Okay, so while there was a path, we moved, and I asked you guys, but look at what's happening. We moved straight past, but then what are we going to do to get back here and go down? But just what we did while we were moving on the path. So while we moved, we were also checking. We were also checking to see whether there were any piles in the way or whether there were any holes in the way. So by putting these loops inside our wild path ahead, our little farmer checked every single block to see, okay, wild path ahead, either move forward, while there is a pile, remove it, and while there is a hole, fill it. Okay, so as our farmer moved all the way down, she either checked for a pile or a hole, and then once she got here, she removed the pile. But remember, we said while path ahead, move forward. So she moved all the way here into the little corner. Okay. Now the easiest for us to do, instead of turning around, and remember that is why we always check our toolbox, instead of turning her around, which would take turn around once, twice, and then move forward, that's 3 extra blocks, then turning, that's 4 blocks we would have used just to get her to come down this path. But look at what I used to just get her back to this point over here. We just said, move backward. So she just stepped, hopped one back, then turned right, and she came here. And then we repeated that all 5 times. She would go all the way to the end, move back, went all the way to the end, moved back, turned right, move all the way to the end, move back, turn right. So every time she moved into that one spot before she turned, we just had to turn her or move her backwards and then move her forward. Okay. So we will also just quickly look at that when we go to code.org. Okay, guys, and this is what our focus will be today. Our focus today will be repeat until. So I said this will be very similar to our while loop. Still something we are just going to repeat. So repeat until conditional blocks. The code in a repeat until conditional block runs until a goal is met. And then here, if the goal is not met, it will continue to try and achieve its goal. Okay. So if we quickly look here in our puzzle, this was just my example of that. I'm going to show you in the next slide. And I see Kia said she has done the repeat until goal. I'm glad to see you guys are practicing with it. Okay, so guys, here in our next slide, we will see that we have some additional blocks today as well. We'll have F standing on, blue coral or red coral, okay, with our repeat until goal block. Now remember, it is a condition that will run until something is met, until that goal is met. So in this particular puzzle over here, I know it looks nicer on my pad than it does on my computer screen. On my computer screen, this part is very, very light. But on my pad, it is nice and bright. Okay, guys, so for example, here we go. We have a treasure and we have to collect the treasure. And we only have these blocks available to us. So if standing on. So now we have to try to, it's quite a big maze, and we have to try and find a direction through this maze and use what they've given us to complete the puzzle. And we can see I've put a little dot in here where we will start. We will start all the way down here. Now, if we move forward, repeat until goal. So our character, or I think her name is Alex, as far as I can remember, Alex and Steve. And she will keep moving forward until the goal is met. But if she's standing on blue, she will turn right. So here we go, get to that blue one over there. Then she will turn right. Okay, so now we can see, okay, there's some things that we can use to actually guide Alex all the way to the treasure. If she hits this blue one over here, again, a goal is met and she will turn right. Now we can see our second condition is if standing on red, she will turn left. Yes, guys, don't worry. We always go to code.org and we will always practice these things. So if you guys, I just want to always introduce new things that we're going to see in code.org. And on my slides, it's just a bit easier because everybody can't always follow where I am on code.org. So it's just a bit easier for me to explain it over here, and then we will go and practice. So as soon as she hits the red one, what's going to happen? She's going to turn left, then blue, turn right, red, turn left, blue, turn right. There we go. And we will hit blue once more, turn right, and turn right. Okay, so that is, we always have to, that is why yesterday's puzzle might have been a little difficult as well. We have to check our toolbox and see all the available tools we have or blocks we have to complete our puzzle. Because just by moving one step backward in that previous puzzle, in our farmer puzzle, we could just turn right and carry on with our code. So we have to familiarize ourselves with what is in the toolbox. Okay, guys, and I think that will be it for my explanations before we go. So I'm going to go to code.org. If you guys just give me a moment to switch screens, and then I will share the link with everybody. Let me just quickly go here. So guys, I'm just waiting for it to load, and then I'm going to share that link with you. I'm not sure why it's loading so slowly right now. Okay, there we go. I'm copying the link for you. Oh, and I see my screen still actually hasn't changed. There we go. Okay, so that is was our homework puzzle from yesterday, our bonus puzzle. And then, sorry guys, I shared the link privately to someone. Everyone. There we go. There's the link. I've shared it to you in the chat box. So you can just click on the link and it will take you to where I am. Jocelyn said she's in. Now I see since when I did the lesson plan and worked out the lessons, they've changed some lessons around in code.org. So if we go over to code.org, I think lesson number 13 is a different lesson. So we will skip 13, go to 14, and then we will come back to 13 because I'm not sure. Since I worked out the puzzles. It seems like they moved things around a little bit. So that's not a problem. We can just always go back. Actually, the lessons as I've got them, the two just switched around. So that's not a problem. We'll do that one next. So guys, remember what we said here. Yesterday, you guys helped me up until, let me, wow, path ahead, move forward. You guys helped me with this. And I asked you guys the question. Let's run it, see what happens. And we got all the way to the end. And I asked you guys, but what now? What now? Because look at that. Move forward all the way to the end puts us right in the corner there. Okay, I see I also went right past that. So there are two ways of doing this. Remember, I explained the way I did it. Yes, and Kia said we just move backwards. I explained it one way, but we can do it another way as well. I did while loops, while there is a hole. I put that also inside our while path ahead. So we do one remove hole. I fill oh, there are two holes. Let me just change that one to while there is a pile, and then this one while there is a hole. Okay, so I did that. So our little farmer would check every block, every square. So there we go. Let's run it again. Look at that. She does it and moves back. Or like Kia said, we can take this out. And because our holes and piles are on a fixed point, it's on the same point of our code every time. We didn't have to put it inside. But if our holes and piles were scattered randomly, then yes, we had to put it inside. But if we had them on the outside, it would also have been okay. Okay, and then let me just quickly find out. I see Letokule said she's having some technical difficulties. Can everybody else hear okay? Is there any problems on anybody else's side? I don't want to continue if you guys can't hear me nicely. Okay, Kia said, I'm just going to move my Wi-Fi around a little bit just to... Okay, so I hope that's better. It's showing me that the signal is much stronger now. So let's hope that solved it. Okay, there we go. And it said it is now. Great. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, guys. So because this is our hole and our piles on the same spot every time, we can put the loop for filling and removing on the outside. So what we can do then is, like Kia said, we can move backward and we can turn right. I wonder if this is going to work. I'm not sure. We might have to put it inside. Otherwise, it's going to do all, that should still work. Otherwise, we will still have to put in a code again to move forward because we've moved back. It's going to check, and we just might have to put everything in a repeat. So it might still work. So let's quickly check that. Let's quickly check. That's the best way to find out if the code works, just to run it to see. Okay, so I'm going to run it, and there we go, all the way to the end, move backwards, check it, look at that. That also works. There we go, and we also solved that. I just put mine inside, but as you can see, both options will work. And I've always said we don't always write the same code. So that's another nice example of how we can solve puzzles in different ways. I'm just quickly changing here because I told you guys the lessons swapped around. So I'm going to go to Minecraft one first and not the harvester. We will do the harvester either tomorrow or the day after. Minecraft, there we go. Okay guys, so I'm going to share the link for Minecraft. You can click on that and go through to that puzzle then. You can check your chat box and you will find it there. Okay. So today, let me use Steve. I think you guys can select your own character. I'll use Steve today. I think the last time we used Alex. And let's quickly read our instructions. Remember, we always have to make sure we follow the instructions. You need supplies for the voyage ahead. Collect a boat from the chest. Okay, that sounds easy enough. There we go. All we have to do, they've already given us a code. When run, move forward. I can see I just need one more. Nice and easy. And then move forward. There we go. And I got my boat. Let me just find out, everybody ready at Minecraft? Oh, I said Kia asked just to wait a little bit. Okay, there we go, in. I hope everybody else is in. Okay, guys, our instructions for puzzle number 2. Boats are much easier than swimming in open water. Head to the end of the dock and hop aboard. Okay. Jocelyn is also in. Okay, so guys, right now, if we look at our toolbox, we still only have 2 actions available. We have a move forward and a turn right. So even if they say hop in, all we need to do is we need to move to the end. Okay, so guys, all we need to do is move to the boat so we don't have to hop or anything. Okay, so let's move one forward and then we're going to turn right. We don't even have loops yet. Move forward, turn right, and then 2 blocks forward and we will reach our little boat. And I see Tembakazi gave us the code inside the chat box. Move forward, turn right, move forward, move forward. Well done. Puzzle number 3. I just want to share the link for anybody that might join us right now. Okay, guys, so let's follow our instructions. And I see Letokule said, I don't have a turn right, I only have turn left. If you look inside, if we look here, there's a drop-down arrow. Click on the drop-down arrow and then you will see you can change the direction you want to turn in. Yes, by all means, if you want to go out and change them, I want to encourage everybody, if you guys log in under your, because I have received some homework puzzles that I don't always know who they are from, because I think you guys send it from your mom's or dad's laptops or accounts. So when you guys log into Zoom, type the name that you guys use on your everyday. I want to know who I'm speaking to, and when I receive homework, just tell me your name in the, because like I said, sometimes I have no idea who the homework is from. And because the names in Zoom and the homework I receive, nobody tells me what their names are in the puzzles. So I've got no idea. Yes, and I see Kia said this one also very easy. What are we going to do? Grab the oars and pilot your boat across the open ocean to catch the cod. Okay, and there we see up in the top of our puzzle, we've got some fish swimming over there. So all we have to do is move forward 7 times. And if we had a loop, we would have just looped it 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's run and see. There we go. Nice and easy. Okay, guys, remember you guys can watch the videos and just see what they say. Unfortunately for us, we can't play them on YouTube. So I am just going to close it down. If you guys also don't want to watch the videos, remember there's some no video show notes. Then if you can click on that, you'll see each screen and you can read what is said in the video if you want to go that way, if you want to practice your reading. Okay, guys, here they are introducing us to the repeat until goal. Okay, so very similar to our normal loops or even our while loop. Our while loop, we will just continue doing something until it's done. And this one, we will continue doing something until we get to a point. So let's feed the cod to the dolphin. Use the repeat until block to get across the ocean faster. There we go. And Kia said, all we have to do, we are still in a straight line. We just take our 1 move forward, and they've given us the repeat until block. And I'm just going to put it inside. And I will just make this a little bigger so we can all see nicer. And then I will run my... There we go. Nice and easy still. Everything is nice and easy. We are just practicing the concept. So they want to show us how we went from using move forward 7 times to just putting it in 1 repeat and then using that loop to solve a puzzle. Okay, now there is a Nautilus shell hidden somewhere. Explore the shipwreck to reach the chest. Okay, and we can see here's a chest right here. Here's our character. Now remember, guys, we have to look in which direction our character is facing. So we're looking, Alex is facing to the right of our screens. So now we can see that repeat until goal, move forward. So let's quickly just run to see what happens. Now look at that. Because now he is in a loop. Now our code will continue running because now he wants to move forward until he reaches his goal. But unfortunately, he will keep swimming, bumping his head on the wall forever. Because that is now, he is stuck in a terrible loop. He just wants to swim forward until he reaches his goal. But unfortunately, his goal is right behind him and he will never reach it. So our code will just run over and over and over again. Nomtemba said yes, and I think Kia already said, so we will reset and we are going to turn right. First thing we need to do is turn right and then move forward. So let's see if I just put in a turn right, what's going to happen. Turn right, move forward. Turn right, move forward. There we go. Very easy. We just added in 1 turn right and we managed to solve our puzzle. Okay, here Looks freezing out there. Catch a salmon on your way to the underwater ruins. Okay, so here they're not helping us at all. So I want you guys to tell me, what am I going to do to solve this puzzle? So here we are down here. And I can imagine, let's use because we are busy with our repeat until, I'm just going to use that because I'm sure we will probably have to use that. So what's our first thing that we have to do? Move forward 3 times. Now remember, because we repeat until goal, we only need to really move forward once because that will repeat over and over again. So let's quickly run that. See, it will move forward 3 times just because we are going to repeat. And then we're going to turn right. And now that would also put us in a... Now remember, look at which way our character is facing. If we turn right, remember he is rowing backwards. So he is rowing backwards. So which way are we going to turn? We are going to turn left. Just remember which way our character is facing. So he is facing back. When you row, you don't face the direction you are rowing in. So we just have to remember to change that direction. So let's run our code. We have to put in a second one there because now what's going to happen is a second and a third move forward. And why am I going to do that? Because right now our code just says move forward and then turn. Where I showed you, if we didn't have a turn in there, our code would repeat move until move forward. But now because we're adding more, we're going to repeat our move forward 3 times, and then we're going to turn left. That is what I just wanted to illustrate to you guys. Depending on how many actions you are performing and what your goal is, code might change. So if we just had to move forward, we only had to put in move forward and then turn. Okay, so let's quickly check. Or we could have, if we had the repeat until goal, I want to show you, we could have that inside and then on the outside, turn, let's see if that would work, turn left. But now it's still looking for the goal. So unfortunately, you see we can't do that either because it will get stuck because it's still looking. It's in this loop. It will repeat until goal. It will repeat until goal. So let's change all that. Put a repeat 3 times inside. Move forward. And then we will turn left. Let's check it out now. And now, there we go. At least we're getting somewhere. And unfortunately for us, that is also going to put us in a nasty little loop. Okay, so what do we do next? After we turn left, we need to move forward again 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 3 times. So we'll repeat that action and we will move forward another 3 times. Let's see if that works now. It is turn right. Sorry, guys. Now he's facing forward. Okay, so we have to make sure which way he is facing. There we go. So we up to that point. Okay. Turn left, no, it won't. Turn right. Okay, guys, yes. So remember, we go step by step through our code to solve our problems because sometimes we don't see exactly what we need to do until we run through our code and then just see, okay, well, up to this point, everything is working. And so who can tell me what's the next thing? I'm going to let you guys help me solve this. So, and then if you guys are really stuck, then I will help you out. So I want to see what you guys can come up with. What will be our next step? You guys are doing great so far. I know it doesn't look like it, but look at that. We are making progress. And we have gone a little bit further than what we were. So don't get discouraged. What are we going to do next? What are we going to do next? Okay, and I see Adeline said, sir, I add turn left. And okay, so there we go. I like it when you guys come up with ideas. So let's add a turn left, because there we go. And let's turn left over there. I've added a turn left, and then we can run it again and see what happens. Run. There we go. There we go. And just look at that. Well done. See, it was actually not that difficult, guys. We just have to practice and keep trying to change, because what happened here? Let's go through it step by step. We moved forward 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Turned right. Moved right. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then turned left. And then what happens? The code repeats itself, because that is the end of our code, the turn left. So we're facing this way. And what goes? We go back to the top, move forward 3 times. 1, 2, 3, turn right. And then move forward again. 1, 2, 3, and turn left. So there we go. Well done, guys. You guys worked it out. Let's run. And then I just want to move to puzzle number 7. There we go. There's another video for you guys. If you want to watch that, by all means, go right ahead. And then let's quickly read our instructions for puzzle number 8, or puzzle number 7. You found the underwater ruins. Search the sandstone for a chest containing prismarine treasure. There we go. And we can see the treasure block is over here. And if we stand over here, all we have to do is move forward, turn right, and then there we go. So repeat until goal. Move forward. If path to the right, what are we going to do? Yes, thank you, Kia. If there's a path to the right, we will turn right. Otherwise, if there is no path or even the left, our character Steve will just move past it, because there's no condition that tells Steve to turn left. Now, if you really want to spend some time and practice these, you can build yourself a code to see, you know what, if there's a path, turn left, go around, see if you can make him go around and then only get there. But that's the long way around. You might get into some problems over here because there's a hole. So you have to try and figure out to see if you can go around that way. I haven't practiced yet, so I'm not sure, but I'm sure there's always a way to write code to get to your goal. We might use more blocks, obviously, because there are way more actions, but that is just for us to practice. So yes, let's turn right. And let's run it. Move until there is no path, or until there's a path to the right. There we go. And that was nice and easy. Puzzle number 8. First icebergs, now lava. Get through the volcanic island and find the tropical fish in the coral reef. Now we can see it all the way down here. Now this one also we can see we're just going to follow the path in the direction. So what we will do, if path, let's see, repeat until goal. That is our goal. If path to the right, let's move forward first. And then if there's a path to the right, we can turn right. And yes, look at, Kia said there's a different way as well. You can just move forward 7 times and turn right. But then you're going to have to write, this is shorter. So if we had our while loop, while path ahead, move forward, while path ahead, move forward, and then while. So then we could have used our while as well. But they want us to use the until loop today. I would have preferred using a while loop here. But remember, we have to practice all concepts. So we will move forward, and then if there is a path to the right, we will turn right. And that will also get us to our puzzle. So let's see, move forward. If there's a path to the right, there we go. Move forward if there's a path to the right. And look at that, we only used 5 blocks to solve this puzzle. Let me just show you guys again. So remember, Steve went. What did he do? Our goal was the fish. What did he do? He moved forward unless there was a path to the right. So we saw he's going to turn right, and turn right. Okay, so then our goal was met, and that was the end of our puzzle. Puzzle number 9, remember, this is the one I gave you guys in my example of other conditions. If standing on, remember guys, the first thing we always have to do is read our instructions and check our toolbox to what they give us, okay? So we will still repeat until goal. And then we have to add certain conditions. We will move forward unless we reach blue coral. If we reach blue coral, we will turn right. Okay, so if you guys just get to this point, so this is the only way we can move, or the only way we can turn, or we can just say turn right. But we want to try and use as few blocks as possible, and we need to use a loop. And they don't give us any other loops here, so we're going to have to try and do what we can with what we've got. So if we just run it up to this point, we will see, okay, that works. We will turn right. There's blue, turn right. And now we get to a point, because there are no blue blocks here, I will just keep swimming into the wall. I can say, okay, well, if there's red, because I can see up to that point, I crossed red coral. And then what do I need to do there? I need to turn left. And luckily, there will be blue, red, all the way. So I'm sure just by doing that, following certain conditions, because remember, this was our until loop and our conditions. So we have to use our conditions. If there we go, turn left, blue, turn right, left on red, blue, right, and there we go. Just by following the colors and putting in some conditions, Steve managed to go all the way around. So you guys really practice these if statements. They are quite handy as well. And I see that it would be our time for today. So I'm going to leave this last puzzle. I think there's one more puzzle. Yes. There is a squid hiding somewhere in the ocean monument. Can you find it? Here you are, down here. There's our squid. Now I've given you guys a clue on the previous puzzle. Use your if statements. Now there's only one if standing on sea lantern. Use that, solve the puzzle for me. If you can solve it, please send it to me on my email, and then I will share it with everybody. I'm going to give you my email address quickly. There we go. Mike M. Geldenes 81@gmail.com. So if you guys solve that puzzle, take a screenshot of the puzzle or use your snippet tool or you guys can also, I think that you can send the links. So copy the link on top and send it to me. No, don't do that because that's not going to work. I've tested that. It's the same as what you guys do. Then I just get a blank puzzle. You have to use a screenshot or a snippet tool. So cut it out and remember, control, print screen, send it to me and I'll share it with everybody. So guys, have a wonderful day. Enjoy it. And then I'll see you guys again tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye-bye.